to my channel. My name is King. If you're already a part of the kingdom, thank you for tuning back in to another video. And if you are not a part of the kingdom, go ahead and tap that subscribe button so you can be a part of the kingdom and you won't miss any of my videos. So let's get into it. I made a 28-day self-love calendar, and I made this calendar because I have struggled with self-love, whether I'm in a relationship or not in a relationship. And I feel like I've struggled with this because of different things that I have been through within friendships and relationships. It made me question whether I was worthy of love. It's not because I didn't necessarily love myself, but just going through those situations made me feel like, well, damn, what am I doing? Damn, like, you know. So I try to do a lot of self-reflection and to be self-aware of myself. And anyway, I made this calendar so that I can self-reflect and not just see the positive sides of me, but also see my toxic traits, my negative traits, and how they affect me, how I feel about them, and just embracing myself in its entirety. I just want to share the calendar with you guys, and maybe, you know, you might not be able to do it, of course, because I'm probably not going to upload this, you know, before February so that you can do it, but you can still use the 28-day self-love calendar for your own personal purposes and your own personal growth. So let's get into it. Okay, so day one is top 5 reasons you love you. Okay. And so one of my top reasons that I love myself is that I'm resilient. So I've been through a lot, and regardless of the things that I've been through, it's like I won't give up. I can't give up. Like, it's certain things that I want to do in life that I'm still working on, and I feel like if I'm progressing, then I'm doing good. Like, bitch, you doing a good job, you know? And I also feel like I don't want to pass away. And I mean, I guess when you're dead, it kind of doesn't matter, but I don't want my legacy or my memory to be like, oh, she gave up. Like, I want, like, when I pass away, I want people to say, you know what, she did that, she kept going, she, you know, all that good stuff. So that's one of my top reasons that I love myself. Another reason that I love myself is my beauty. And not like on the outside, just inward, because I still see the good in people, even when they're like evil or like mean to me. I may be mad for a little while, but it's like I always go back to, oh, they did this. This was a good thing they did, or they're a good person, or their intentions are good. And I just love that I am so beautiful in the inside that I could still see beauty in other people when they don't necessarily show it all the time. 3 is I don't take no shit. Yeah, I like that about me. Like, a lot of people don't like that about me, but I love that about me because I used to get bullied when I was little, and that was not a good feeling. Like, I used to fake sick so I wouldn't have to go to school, and just so much. And now I become a person to where it's like, bitch, I'm not taking no shit from you. You got me messed up. And so that can be a blessing and a curse a little bit, because sometimes I be going ape shit on people and it just don't even be that serious. Maybe that's the Virgo in me. But my thing is, don't play with me and I won't play with you. Okay? Don't play with me and I won't finish the game. Okay? But so, let's see. Was that 3 or 4? My need for knowledge. That is another reason why I love myself, is because I question everything. And just because people tell you stuff does not make it true. And even when you research stuff, it could be like, nah, you researched it and it looked like a fake because of the way it's worded and, you know, the source that it's coming from, but they was lying. Okay, they trying to create their own narrative. So I do love that about me, that I actually, like, you know, try to research and learn different things and not just go along with what people are telling me. So yeah, those are some good reasons why I love myself. But so if you are looking for like reasons, if you're gonna do the calendar and you're like, okay, top reason why I love myself, damn, okay, I go to work, I go to school. Like, try to think of some more things that are a little bit deeper than that. But yeah. Day 2, face a negative trait. So my negative trait is that I struggle with bulimia. I am body dysmorphia. It doesn't matter how small I get. I really feel like I should be on my 600-pound life. Like, yeah, I got down. I'm 5'11" and a half, mind you, like a half an inch away from 6 feet. And I got down to like 150, 160, and I look sick. Like, my family was like, oh, you know, ask my friends, are you on drugs? Are you this and that? And it offended me because when I was little, I was bigger, or like my whole life I've been big, small, big, small. And when I'm big, y'all got something to say. And when I'm small, y'all got something to say. And it just be messing with me, honestly. And so like now it's like, no matter how small I get or no matter how in shape I get, I just do not like my body a lot of times. And when I do like my body, I like my body. But when I don't like my body, I'm not in a good mental state. I don't want to go anywhere. I want to cover up. I wear hoodies. Even when it's hot, like, I cover up. So that's my negative trait. Some of these days repeat themselves because, of course, we may have more than one negative trait, you know, and we have other reasons why we love ourselves. So some of these days are going to repeat themselves. Day 3, create a personal affirmation. And so when I did my day 3, my personal affirmation was I will believe that I am worthy of love, and I will continue to reciprocate healthy love, the love that God intends or intended. And so I said that for my personal affirmation because I'm in a healthy relationship, and a lot of people don't talk about, this is another video too, but a lot of people don't talk about how when you've been in traumatic relationships or just, you know, traumatic things in life or whatever with relationships, when you get into a healthy relationship, it triggers all of those things that you've been through. I don't know. Child. I know it sounds crazy, but so me being in a healthy relationship now, it's like how I would respond in a toxic relationship, that's not gonna cut it with the person that I'm with now, because they're like, okay, let's communicate, let's talk effectively, let's remember, you know, that we love each other and all that stuff. And I tell him the same thing when he goes off, but it's so different. Like, when I go off, it's so different because I'm used to men putting their hands on me and that type of toxicity. So I really have to learn to let go of the things that I've been through, especially if I want to continue to be in the relationship that I'm in, because it is very healthy, it's very genuine. And I would really hate for the things that I've been through previously to affect my relationship now, when this person genuinely loves me for just being the person that I am. So day 4, find a hobby that doesn't involve making money. So going back to the affirmation I made as far as like love and feeling that I deserve love and all that good stuff, you know, I had a meltdown, like a mental health meltdown. Like, I was stressing over finances and all type of stuff, and I took it out on my partner. And so ever since I did that, because I have anxiety. So my anxiety, well, I don't have anxiety. It's not mine. Give it back. You get what I'm trying to say. I'm trying not to take ownership of the thing, basically. But sometimes I have anxious moments, severe anxious moments. And I started, ever since I had that anxious moment, I started knitting again. And so I'm a super creative person, and I draw, sing, all of that good stuff, paint and DIY, all type of stuff. And I feel like all of that stuff I have been doing to create content, I haven't really been doing it genuinely and organically. And I started knitting again because it has really been helping my anxiety. And I try to knit at least 2 rows before I go to bed. And so while I'm knitting, I'm literally just thinking about things that I'm going through and thinking about positive ways that I can handle the things that I'm growing through. So yeah, that's a good idea. I don't know if any of you can knit, crochet, or paint, draw. Even if you can't do it really well, if you enjoy doing it, then do it. Everything it doesn't have to be monetized. It doesn't have to be, you know, oh, you did such a great job, let me pay for it. Everything doesn't have to be that. So find something that you like to do, whether you think you're good at it or not, and do it. Do it. Just do it. And don't try to monetize it. If you find out that you're good at it, don't try to monetize it. Like, leave something in your life to be, you know, not stressing over and all that good stuff. Start a skincare routine. So I used to have a skincare routine. Like years ago, I used to make all of my skincare products from scratch using herbs and different organic things. And I stopped because I just stopped caring. I stopped caring about my skin. I stopped caring about my life, my weight, like all of that stuff. And that's a lot. That happens a lot when you have like depressive episodes. You just stop caring. And so I care now. I give a F. I care. I give an F. I care. I'm trying. I don't think anything is wrong with cursing, but I'm trying to stop cursing so much because people watch these videos and they don't know me, and I don't want people to get a certain perception of me that is not true. So yeah, I'm trying to stop cursing so much on camera. Find a book that will help you grow. I have not done that yet, but I read in the past, but I don't really like, I'm a audiobook person, which that's fine too. But I think that I want to read The Four Tendencies because I seen Marka post it on her story, and I really loved what she had to say about the book. And so I took the test because she added the link to her story, and I took the test, and I'm a questioner, and I would really love to read the rest of the book and kind of, you know, find out about some other people, some other tendencies rather, versus just my own tendency. So yeah, I think I may read The Four Tendencies. Forgive yourself for past errors. Going back to what I said about the toxic relationships, like, I really be sitting here thinking about, like, how the hell did you let yourself get in that situation? Or how did you allow this to happen? Or how did you procrastinate because you were anxious and you were scared to do something and now it made the situation work? How did you do that? And so I'm very hard on myself. I'm very critical of myself. I feel like I cannot make mistakes. I cannot make mistakes. Like, I really feel like I have to do everything to the T, to the letter. So I really need to forgive myself for a lot of past stuff. Yeah. Tell myself a joke. That's day 8. We're on day 8, you guys. Just in case you're wondering, we are on day 8. Tell yourself a joke. Really know no stand-up comedy jokes because I just be looking in the mirror sometimes and I just be laughing, or I'll say something and I'll repeat it. I know you guys kind of see. I think I have done that in videos, and I'll say something and I'll repeat it because it'd be funny. Like, how that girl just said it? Like, what the girl? Day 9, try a new body scrub. Day 10, I want to do a coffee body scrub. I had one before, but I want to make one from scratch. So yeah, I may do a Pinterest on that. Day 10, intentionally fast until noon. Fasting is very good. It helps the digestive tract get on balance because honestly, we eat a lot. And the amount of food that we eat, your body cannot possibly digest that food properly if you're continuing to eat, especially if you're not drinking enough water. So intentionally fasting is more so spiritual, but it also helps your digestive tract, just fasting in general. I just did a 30-day juice detox, no solids. The only solids I had were a handful of nuts every day, and then towards the end I added in dried fruits so that when I did start back eating, my body didn't like go into like a super big shock. But yeah, so the month of January 2022, I did 30 days of straight juicing, and spiritually I just felt great about myself. Halfway through it, I wanted to give up. This is my third time doing it, by the way. So halfway through it, I wanted to give up. I was like, okay, I don't need to do this. I did 15 days, that's fine. I did 16 days, that's fine. You know, and then when I got towards like the 20th day, I was like, girl, you got 10 more days. Stop it. Okay, get yourself together. So it definitely gives you willpower. You have to have willpower to begin it, but I feel like you can learn so much about yourself throughout the process, about restraint. And if you intentionally fast until noon, do it with intent. Like I said, do it with the intent of spiritually growing in some aspect that is personal to you. Give yourself a compliment. Remember, I said I was hard on myself. A lot of us are very hard on ourselves. Give yourself a compliment on day 11. Day 12, be kind to yourself. If you mess up at work, if you say the wrong thing to your boyfriend, your mom, your cousin, somebody, forgive yourself and be kind, because we need to be more patient with ourselves. We are all growing and learning, and yeah. Day 14, we did skip day 14 because some of these, like I said, repeat themselves. So day 14, do something nice for yourself. A lot of us take care of other people, but we don't take care of ourselves. So day 14, do something nice for yourself. Day 15, share a positive trait with yourself. Remember, we did a negative trait, do a positive trait on day 15. Day 18, give yourself grace. Again, when I said be kind to yourself, give yourself grace. If you are trying to accomplish something in life and achieve something and you have not done it yet and you're working towards it, enjoy the process and give yourself grace. Give yourself room to grow. Okay? If you are working on something, going back to giving yourself grace, if you are working on something, day 19, create a schedule for yourself. If you have a plethora of things that you have to get done, create a schedule and a guideline to go by so that you can give yourself that room to grow and that grace. Top 5 reasons that you are beautiful. And we're not talking about outside appearances, things that we can't necessarily control or determine, that's predetermined by God. We're talking about the things that you can control within your spirituality. Top 5 reasons that you are beautiful. And I know that you can come up with 5, so stop playing. 21, outer self-reflection. Going back to the body dysmorphia that I struggle with, I constantly look in the mirror, and the person I'm with, he's like, every time I pass a mirror, he's like, oh, you can't get out the mirror, blah, 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 blah. And a lot of people say that about me. And the funny thing about that is I don't be looking in the mirror on no cocky stuff. I be looking in the mirror trying to make sure I look all right, or looking in the mirror like, oh, I don't like this about myself. I don't like that about myself. So day 21, do a little outer self-reflection. Look at yourself naked, no makeup, no clothes, no nothing, and tell yourself some good stuff about your body, because without our body, we can't walk, talk, drink, eat, sleep, do all the things that we love to do. So if you are at a discomfort with your body, find peace with that, because your body is really a blessing, and it is a temple that God has given you stewardship over during your lifespan. So yeah. This phone about to die. Oop. My phone died. My phone always did, y'all. I really don't know how to explain it, but this phone is always dead. Give myself grace. Give myself grace. Give myself grace. That is the gist. Like I said, I'm gonna post. You see the calendar. You can screenshot and do everything that it says. But the point of the calendar is just to love yourself more, be patient with yourself, and understand yourself a little bit more so that you can give yourself the room to fall in love with yourself all over again. Even if you think you love yourself, do the groundwork to fall deeper in love with yourself, to learn new things about yourself that you love, to reflect a little bit about yourself within this 28 days. I really think that it has been helping me, and I want to share it with you guys, or I wanted to share it with you guys so that you all can fall deeper in love with yourselves as well, because there are some people that feel like they have no help. There are some people that feel like they have no guidance to self-love or to the love that they want to have for themselves and the people around them. And I just want to help. I just want to show people the things that I'm using to do it myself, and maybe it can help somebody, maybe it won't, but I will never know unless I put it out there and give myself grace, be kind to myself, and actually post and put this content out there for you guys to see. And you will never know if you don't screenshot this and try it, or screenshot other things that you've seen, or save other things that you've seen, and try them, such as going to a therapist or talking to someone that you can confide in, or confiding within yourself, talking to God. You will never know if those things are gonna work if you don't try them. I hope you guys screenshot, and I hope you guys do the 28-day self-love challenge, because I love you and I want you to love you. So that's it. Get out my video and go love yourself, okay? Get out my video. Go love yourself.